Franco Tyrone's suicide at the Corvid Motel was the biggest thing that had ever happened in Gallaville. Franco had been in town to film an episode of his television show, Finding the Heart of America. The day after he killed himself, he was supposed to talk to the Labella brothers, who baked made-from-scratch fruit pies in an old pizza oven. And then he was supposed to interview Dizzy Garrity about tapping maple trees for syrup. And then he was scheduled to meet with me at Gallaville Orchards and film me talking about how I make our famous cider donuts. I should say the donuts were not actually famous, but a sign in our front window declared Famous Cider Donuts. So Franco was supposed to call them famous, and maybe, once they were mentioned on TV, they would become famous, and people from the city driving upstate to admire the fall foliage would stop and buy dozens. Like the donuts, I was supposed to be on television, and, like the donuts, I thought I would get a little famous. Franco always made it seem as if the people he talked to on Finding the Heart of America mattered, and the places they came from mattered too. I'd hoped being on television might make me someone interesting, might make it seem like I wasn't only thought of as just the smart, uptight girl, the nerd destined to be valedictorian of Gallaville High. But, of course, there was no interview with Franco. My sister worked as a maid at the Corvid, and when she went to clean Franco's room at noon, she knocked and then shouted, "Housekeeping!" 3 times. And when there was no answer, she entered the room and discovered him hanging. She was interviewed by the Albany news stations. And then, because Franco was famous, she was interviewed by the national news shows. Everyone wanted to talk to the girl who'd discovered Franco's body. "It was terrible," she repeated in every interview. "It was the worst thing I ever saw. And I'm just so sorry for his family and friends